Good morning, girls. In today's session, let us learn results at metadata with Oracle database. Let us learn through the example. For that, we need DSN with Oracle, DSN for Oracle, and as we are using MyTab2, that table also we want for this practical, right? So let us begin. First of all, let us check the DSN is exist or not. For that, we will go to control panel, system and security. Then inside it, we'll select administrative tools and then go to data sources, right? In that, we will select system DSN and let me check it out whether my DSN, my Aura is exist or not. Let us see the configuration of this DSN. Here it is, you can see, right? So we'll use this DSN in our program. Now close all the windows. Now open SQL. Here you can see the shortcut of SQL. Open this by giving Scott and Tiger. Press OK. Got the SQL prompt. Now check for the table MyTab2. MyTab2 and semicolon. Here this table is already exist. So let us check the description of this table by giving my DESC command, DESC MyTab2. Here you can see the structure of MyTab2. There are only two columns defined in this table, number and name, and the data type are number and varchar to 25. Now close this window. So here metadata means data about data. So we'll fetch the data about data through the Java code using JDBC connectivity. Now let us open NetBeans. This program is a little bit different than the previous programs. Here we'll get some detail about the database, right? So first of all, go to your project window, then right click on source package, click on new and Java class. Now this is our program number 18. Create a class with the same name, program number 18. Select an appropriate location for storing this program. Click on finish. You will get a blank window on the screen, editor window, fine, for editing our program. Now remove this comment portion, and as usual we will import java.sql.star. This is a package required for our program. Here I am giving semicolon. This is unused for now. Later on we will use this package in our program. Define a main method by giving public static void main. Fine. Now bracket for main class will take object of connection class, Then one more object is required of statement class with name st. I am defining it. Next, result set metadata. Result set, here again we need to do the S in capital letter. Result set metadata, M is capital, data D is capital. Result set metadata class and the object name is RSM. Result set metadata and the object name is RSM. Now we will enclose the code in try block. Try block begin. Inside the try block we will do the connection class.forName. We need a method class.forName. Inside it sun.jdbc.odbc and then jdbc odbc driver. That's it. In the next line we'll define a connection string using driver manager and .get connection method. Driver manager .get connection. Half of the coding is same as previous codes, right? JDBC, then we will use colon, then ODBC, again colon, the name of DSN, that is my aura. Second argument is username and the third argument is password. And at the end we will put semicolon. Now st equals to connection dot create statement, connection dot create statement, and we will take result set dot type scroll insensitive. Connection dot, I repeat, connection dot create statement. Inside it we will take result set dot type scroll insensitive, comma, the second argument is result set dot conquer update, the third option result set dot conquer update. Okay, next rs equals to st dot execute query. Here the query is select star from my tab, fine, and semicolon. Your rs is not defined, so first of all we need to create an object of result set as well. Result set, and the object name is rs. Still it is showing an error because we have yet not taken the catch block for this try, right? So let us finish that thing first. Catch block, and object of exception class E, give an appropriate message by typing system.out.println fine. Back to our code portion. Here we'll take some method of result set metadata to get the information about the properties of database, right? So we will write rsm equals to rs dot get metadata. You can see the first option, get metadata. This retrieve the number, type and property of the result set object columns, right? Through this method we can retrieve the number, types and properties of this result set object column, and this return the description of the result set object columns. Take this method rs.get metadata and semicolon, then integer, define one variable of integer type, size equals to, will take rsm dot get column count, get column count, get column count, the first one. This method will return the number of columns in the result set object, whatever object is taken by us in this program. This method, through this method we can get the number of columns for that particular object. Okay, then semicolon. Now through system.out.println we will display the number of columns for this particular object. For that I am giving a message, number of columns in this object, right, and concat the variable name size, concat the variable name size. Next one more method we will take, we'll get the column name through this code. Column name, right? Now for integer I equals to 1, will iterate the loop. I is less or equal to size and I plus plus, I plus plus. For loop begin, for loop over. Inside it we will do the coding for getting the name of column. Fine. For that we will use the get column name method. String column name cnm equals to rsm dot get column name. You can find this method in the list. Here it is, get column name. And we'll pass I as a parameter. We need the name of first column, that's why I have passed I as a parameter. I is initialized inside the for loop, right? So here we want the name of first column, and during the second iteration we will get the name of second column. During second iteration the value of I will be 2, and here in this method 2 will be passed, right? So we'll get the name of second column. Now let us print this name through system.out. Print an appropriate message on the screen. Column name is and concat the variable cnm over here. We'll use one more method over here, system.out.println column type here. We will take one more method, rsm.get column type. Get column type. Here you can see the first method, get column type name. This will retrieve the designated columns database specific type name, means varchar2 or integer or number, whatever the data type you have defined for that particular column. Take this method and pass the I as a parameter. Even you can take this method separately like this, as I am doing. For that again you need a one variable of string type, right? So here you can use the cnm also, and you can concat the value of cnm over here. Fine. These are the two ways you can get the name of this column. Fine. Pass the I as a parameter. Here you need a semicolon. Let us run this program up to this. Table or view does not exist. Here you can see an error that the table or view does not exist. Let us check it out for this error. Which name we have used? Here we have taken my tab. Instead of that we have to write my tab 2, right? The table with name my tab 2 is exist in SQL. We have already checked this, but my tab is not exist. That's why it is showing an error. Now run this program. Here we got the result. Number of columns in this object are 2, and the column name is NO, and the column type is number. Similarly, the second column name is name, and the column type is varchar2. We need some space between these two column names. For that I will write /t over here to leave some space. Now you can see the space between these two strings, right? The name of column is number and the data type of this column is number. The name of column is name and the data type is varchar2. We got the column name through this method, get column name, and we got the data type with the help of get column type name. Fine. Next we'll take one more method, system.out.println. Inside the bracket we'll type column type column is searchable or not. Is column searchable? And plus we'll take one more method, rsm dot is searchable. Is searchable, and then we'll pass the index. At the end put the semicolon and then close your connection dot close semicolon. Run the same program one more time. Column is searchable or not? We got true. Let me leave some space over here, so we'll come to know the result in proper format. Run it once again. Yes, the column is searchable or not. Whether the data stored in this column is searchable or not, we got true as a result. This method always return a boolean value, right? The get column type name will return the string data type. Similarly, get column name returns the string value in the form of column name. Here you can find lots of methods available with result set metadata. Whatever you want to get, you can find through this method. Let me go through the same program one more time. Here we can get, through this program we can get the result set metadata, means the data about data. કોઈ એક ઓબ્જેક્ટ ઓરેકલનો ઓબ્જેક્ટ કે જેનો તમારે ડિટેલ ગેટ કરવી છે વિથ ધ હેલ્પ ઓફ JDBC કોડ, એના માટેનો આ પ્રોગ્રામ છે. For that we need java.sql package in our program. That is the first line. Next we need to create four objects of connection, statement, result set and result set metadata classes, right? આપણે અહીંયા 4 objects create કરવા પડશે. connection class, statement class, result set class અને result set metadata class. આ દરેકના આપણે objects create કરવા પડશે. And you are very well aware of these two lines. This is for connection only. અહીંયા આગળ for name method અને get connection method through આપણે driver ને register કરીએ છીએ as well as connection કરીએ છીએ, right? Here you can see the DSN name MyAura that we every time use for Oracle connectivity. Oracle માટેનું connection છે. Then st equals to connection dot create statement, result set dot type scroll insensitive and result set conquer updatable. We need to fetch the result set metadata of Oracle database. That's why we have passed these two parameters for with create statement method. Then rs equals to st dot execute query, select star from my tab 2. Here we want to get the detail of my tab 2, Oracle's object my tab 2. અહીંયા આગળ જે ઓબ્જેક્ટની વાત કરીએ છીએ, ઓરેકલના ઓબ્જેક્ટની વાત કરીએ છીએ, એ my tab 2 છે. Then rsm equals to rs dot get metadata. Whatever result comes in rs, through that we will fetch the metadata of my tab 2. rs.get metadata મેથડ છે, એનાથી આપણને એ બધી ડિટેલ્સ છે એ RSMમાં મળી જશે. Now if you want to count the size of columns, for that we have one method available, that is get column count. rsm.get column count એ આપણને integer number return કરે છે. This method always return integer number that we have stored in the variable with name size. આપણે સાઇઝની અંદર એને સ્ટોર કરાવ્યું છે. એન્ડ નેક્સ્ટ નંબર ઓફ કોલમ્સ ઇન ધીસ ઓબ્જેક્ટ પ્લસ સાઇઝ. અહીંયા આગળ આપણે એ સાઇઝને પ્રિન્ટ કરાવી છે. Here we have used get column count. Then next method we have used, that is get column name. Yes, inside the for loop ની અંદર આપણે get column name મેથડનો યુઝ કર્યો છે. થ્રુ દેટ we can get the name of particular column. આપણે index number as a parameter પાસ કર્યું છે અહીંયા. whatever number you pass as a parameter, the name for that particular column will get back as a result in the variable cnm. cnm ની અંદર આપણને રિઝલ્ટના ફોર્મમાં એક સ્ટ્રિંગ મળશે. એ સ્ટ્રિંગ જે છે એ કોલમનું નેમ હશે. કઈ કોલમનું નેમ રિટર્ન થશે? તો જે કોલમ માટેનો ઇન્ડેક્સ નંબર આપણે પાસ કરીએ છીએ. થ્રુ ધ નેક્સ્ટ લાઇન we will print the name of that particular column with the help of that string type variable. Here we have used cnm. In the next line, line number 29, you can see the method get column type name. As the name suggests, you can get the data type of that particular column. કોઈ એક કોલમ કે જેની ડેટા ટાઈપ છે એ આપણે ગેટ કરવી છે તો એ આ મેથડથી ગેટ કરી શકીએ. એના માટે અગેન યુ નીડ ટુ પાસ અ પેરામીટર એઝ એન ઇન્ડેક્સ. આઈ આપણે પાસ કરી દીધું છે. આઈ છે ઇન્ડેક્સ છે. and this will return a string data type, string, and will store it in cnm. Then through system.out we'll print the result of cnm. Then one more method is used over here. rsm.is searchable with one parameter. Whether the column is searchable or not, this method always return a boolean value, either true or false. Depends on the column is searchable, then this will return a true. If the column does not is searchable, then in that case this method will return false. For that again you need to pass an index number as a parameter, right? So here we want to get the detail of the second column, so I have passed 2 over here. You can change this index number. અહીંયા index number તમે change કરી શકો. Fine. So here we got the detail of my tab 2. Let me replace the name of this table with emp and run this program. Here you can see the number of columns in this object is 8. As all of you are very well aware of emp table, the default table of Oracle, right? There are 8 columns defined in emp table. Here I have replaced the name of table emp and we got the column number 8. The first column is employee number and the column data type is number. The second column name is ename and the data type is varchar2. Third column is job and the data type is varchar2. mgr, one more column and the data type is number. Hire date, the data type of this column is date. Salary column and the data type is number. Then commission and the data type of this column is number, and the last column is department number and the column data type is number. Is the second column searchable? This we got true. As a result you can change the index number as I told you. Here let me write one more comment. You to note down this comment in your journal, so in future whenever you go through this program you will come to know that what is the use of the following method, right? So give the comment. This provides the methods for obtaining information about the types and properties of the columns in a result set object. Right, so you to give this comment, you to note down this comment in your journal. So that's it, this is today's program. Let us stop our discussion here. Thank you.